In a recent video, Renee actually accused you of calling social services on her.
Renee went on social media telling people I had the big three, HIV.
Where does the relationship stand now with you and Renee?
One thing about a dog, it's always gonna bark. You've had gonorrhea, you've had niggas putting grapes up your fanny. Grapes up her fannies.
She said grapes were inserted
Yes.
in her. Are you gonna touch up on your YouTube channel, the sex tape? If anyone was to go and search your name, HIV would be right off the bat.
Yeah, so he gave me herpes.
How have you dealt with that?
So when I was with that is his name. I don't mind saying his name because I've done a story time
Will he
on
mind?
him. I don't care.
You mentioned that you make, in fact, £6,000 every 2 weeks. Is that income coming from fraud?
That's one thing I did want to clear up.
Well, with that being said, can we welcome Renee? Hello and welcome to another episode of Off the Record. I'm your host, DYMUND. Today's conversation has caused a firestorm on the internet with allegations, debates, and numerous conversations. Today we are hoping to get the truth, at least according to our guest. Help me in welcoming Fly Saint.
If a girl's not opening up, Starboy's rolling with her. Cuddle up, it gets cold in the car, chain tucked in my text, I'm holding it up.
Hello.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. And you?
I'm very well, thank you. You look stunning.
Thank you.
How was your journey in here today?
It was great. An hour, 30, not bad.
Not bad at all. So what is your mood right now? Where's your vibe at out of 10?
Definitely not nervous.
Okay.
I'm chilled, like, want to get my truth out. And yeah.
Okay, well, let's keep it there. If the vibe goes up by the end of this conversation,
Yeah.
I'm happy. But let's keep it here where it is right now. So Fly Saint, I want to get into you a little bit. Tell me about your background. Who is Fly Saint?
Crazy.
Crazy.
I'm an open book. Crazy. I say what I want to say. Quite stubborn. I just don't care. Like, I feel like my life is just, I don't care. I'm going to do what I want to do, say what I want to say. And I believe I'm unstoppable. I haven't been stopped yet. So,
Oh, wow.
yeah.
I love that. So you've literally just come on our screens. And for myself and the viewers watching as well, what is your background? What do you do?
I just say what I want to say. Like, I do makeup. Obviously, I do hair and stuff on the side. With content creating, I'm just a bit of everything. I don't have one main focus. It's just everything. Funny, serious, makeup, promoting my business, whatever it is. So it's just everything.
Okay, that's amazing to hear. So as I said, you have been on fire on the King's internet.
Yeah.
I want to get into a few topics just off the bat. Your childhood.
Yeah.
You mentioned that there was some abuse from your dad.
Yeah.
Is that abuse that was directed to yourself or members of your household?
It was myself and my siblings. Obviously, I haven't seen my dad for like years. Last memory I really have with him is our flight back to London from Congo. And then from there was just police. We had court cases. Since then, I haven't seen him. I've spoke to him, but I put an end to that. So, yeah.
Okay. And how has that affected your siblings? Do you have siblings?
Yeah, so I've got 2 younger brothers and a sister. We don't really speak about our trauma. That's the thing. Like, with my siblings, it's just we get up and live. Like, we don't have time to speak on trauma. It's just get up and do what you have to do. We don't really speak about it. As far as they know, they just like to say they don't have a dad, and I'm fine with that. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, yeah.
Do you feel that the trauma is it trauma?
Yeah.
Do you feel that it's affected the way you make your decisions or your outlook in life at all?
No. If anything, I feel like it's made me who I am today. I feel like a lot of people grow up without fathers and they make it their whole life. Like, oh, for example, I'm going to go be a hoe because I didn't have a dad to tell me how to act, or I don't want to be like that. So I'm not going to let my trauma define who I am as a person. If anything, it just motivates me because it's like, okay, independent now. I don't have a dad, but it's not going to stop me from doing what I want to do. I think men are useless anyways. So
Men are useless.
do you know what I mean?
And you base that because of the relationship or
Just in general, I generally feel like men, especially in this generation, definitely are useless. There's a lot of boss women out there, women that are doing more than men nowadays. So it's like, I don't revolve my life around men because I know I can get to the top on my own. I like to see men as, okay, I'm either being held down or it's like, you're either with me or you're not. But regardless, I don't care, to be honest.
That's a pretty bold statement to make. Is that just based off of the relationship with your dad, or is that from past relationships that you've had with other men?
To be fair, obviously I've got a partner. He's amazing, but I don't revolve my life around a man, if that makes sense. So it's like, just because I have a partner, it doesn't mean I'm going to stop doing what I want to do, or it's like, okay, I have a partner, I have to act. No, I'm still going to be myself, and I'm not going to rely on a man because it doesn't get you anywhere.
Okay. We'll come back to the partner situation a little later on. Just again, going back to your childhood, you also grew up in a foster care?
No.
What was that situation?
I've seen people saying that. So I didn't grow up in a foster care. When we came back from Congo and we're at the airport, obviously we've been kicked out of our house. My mum and dad had a divorce. So we didn't have anywhere to go. So they put us in a women's refugee home, which is basically a house full of like other families. Obviously, I'm still with my mum and my siblings. It's just a building with like different families away from like, okay, my dad and stuff like that. So yeah.
Where do you think people are getting the foster care story from? Is that not something that you'd mentioned yourself?
No, it's not something I mentioned, but I remember in my video, I did say like people basically using their trauma as this. So for example, saying, oh, I didn't grow up with a mum, so this is that. And I said, well, I grew up in a women's refugee and it don't define me. Do you get what I mean? So I feel like they probably just twisted it because that's what the media likes to do.
Well, I could have sworn I heard you say that you grew up in the foster care yourself in one of your videos, but that's fine. Thank you for clarifying that for us. You look amazing.
Thank you.
Okay, you've definitely done the work when it's come to your weight loss journey. How did that happen for you?
Bullied and just fed up. Every summer came, I used to tell my friends, oh, I don't want to go outside. I'm not an outside person. I just didn't like how I looked.
Because of your weight?
Exactly. So I didn't like how I looked. I didn't like how I felt, being big, walking around, sweat, back. It's just not your back rolls, everything was just,
right.
It was just not. So obviously, like I said, my partner, he does gym. So he's a PT. I wasn't really confident in the gym because I felt like, oh, I'm big. Why am I here? So I ordered myself a walking pad, stayed at home. The walking pad was my life, like 2 hours every day after work. So because I'm a nursery teacher, 10 hours I would have already done at work. Not 10 hours, sorry, 10K steps. So I would do the other 10K at home. I stopped eating carbs. I did not eat carbs. I stopped eating African food. The oils, it's not it. I stopped doing all of that. And then I started seeing results when I stopped doing carbs. But then obviously everyone started telling me you need carbs to survive so I slowly started doing carbs again, but it was just, okay, carbs once a week instead of every day.
So more of a balance.
Yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned obviously a more healthier, balanced diet, going to the gym, working on yourself as well. Did you use any weight loss aids at all, like Ozempic, for example?
No. So I did get a lot of people asking me. I understand why. I feel like weight loss is a big topic for people that obviously struggle to do it. With me, it's more of just, I already had an eating disorder. So I really had a bad eating disorder. I used to purge a lot. That was my way of feeling like I'm losing weight. So I would eat just for the fact that I'm eating, but then I would force myself to throw up because I felt like, okay, cool. If I eat and I feel heavy, I'm gaining weight. So that's how my mental was. I was in and out of hospital. It was just crazy. Like they was telling me stuff like, if you can't eat here, then we're going to have to put a tube. That's when I said,
a bit drastic.
Yeah. So it's like with me, I lost weight personally very quick because, okay, I suffer with depression. I have really bad anxiety. So it's like when something happens, I don't eat. Like I can't physically eat. For example, things will happen on social media. Even if I'm not seeing it, all it takes is somebody telling me, someone posted about you. my appetite's gone. I just can't eat.
Okay. What was your biggest? Your weight? What was your biggest?
86 kg.
Okay. What size is that?
Like a 12, 14.
That was your biggest?
Yeah.
That wasn't that big?
No, but the thing is, people say it wasn't that big, but what people need to understand is I'm 5'3". Being chubby as a 5'3" person makes you look compressed. So it's like everything was just squished. My thighs squished. Whereas if I was 84 kg and I was 5 foot, let's say 10, it would look portioned. Like it's fine, yeah. So when people are like, oh my gosh, no, you wasn't, I'm just like, you wasn't feeling the rolls. I was. So yeah.
Okay, very interesting. Well, congratulations. Like I said, you know, you've done the work. Do you feel that because you've now lost the weight, and you said a lot of that motivation came from people bullying you didn't perhaps like what you saw in the mirror. Yeah. Now that you've lost a lot of that weight, have you now become a mean girl? Almost like you're dashing back to the bigger girls, the same thing that was given on to you when you were a big girl.
Do you know what? I'm glad you asked that question because I feel like people assume I'm a mean girl. It's not that. So for me, it was more of just, I've lost the weight. I see other people struggling to lose the weight. I'm here to teach you. Like, I would get comments saying, teach me. And it's like, I feel like the one thing I can say is that my delivery and message is very broad. Like, you have to.
Is that a bit of what you got then?
No,
when you were bigger. No, because I'm just assuming, because I've seen, you know, a lot of people are saying that you are a mean girl now that you've lost the weight, you think you're the shit, you know, and the way you're talking to perhaps those that are coming asking help from you is very mean. So almost as if you're giving back to them what was given to you when you were bigger.
I feel like with me, I'm always going to dish back what I'm given, not in terms of like, okay, because I was bullied, no, but for example, if someone says something about me, I'm like, okay, cool. Well, do you know what I mean? Because I'm big on saying I'm misunderstood. I could say, for example, a video I made and it was like, you're not losing weight because when your friend wants to tell you, let's go out to eat, you've already read the menu. Your friend's skinny, you're fat, pick up a lettuce. That's, if you know me in real life, that's my way of speaking. But obviously what I didn't understand is that people on social media are a bit sensitive. So they're going to take it in a way where it's like, I mean harm when I don't. It's literally just, I've lost the weight. I'm here to help you. It's just more direct and just, I'm not going to tell you like, if you was to ask me, oh, like, am I big? I'm not going to say the sweet stuff.
You're not going to sugarcoat it.
Yeah, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's just, if you're big, you're big, because I respected, even though it was bullying, I respected people telling me, you are gaining weight. Do you know what I mean? When it came to my friends, I would have wanted them to tell me, you're gaining weight, not say to me, oh, no, you look good. Like, it's a healthy weight. It's not a healthy weight. I generally was big, like, you know.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Fair enough. So, obviously, you know, you've been on social media now. Correct me, because we're here today to almost correct what you feel has been wrong done by you.
Yeah.
You endorsed someone online recently who has some serious allegations against themselves, sexual allegations, and you've endorsed them. Is that what you support? Sexual, allegedly, people that have been accused of sexual allegations. Is that what you support?
Are you speaking about Steps?
Yeah. Yes. Are you supporting him?
No,
is that what you do? You're here for people of that?
No, so that's one thing I even like clarified on my own like YouTube channel. I did say that when Steps was on live, because I don't know Steps in real life, when Steps was on live, he was preaching like the Bible. He was reading the Bible. You know, I go in and out of social media. I post and go. I don't look at like low vibrational things or stuff like that. So when I come on there, mind you, everyone's on me, like hate train already. I'm depressed. So I come on, I'm like, okay, I want to kill myself. The first thing I'm seeing is him preaching the Lord. So it's like I started gifting him on every verse that aligned with my story and what was going on. So
at this point, you didn't know the allegations that were against him. You just gone online and you see that he's preaching and you felt connected to that. Okay.
So when he's preaching, I'm gifting until I've seen someone say, not fly saint supporting a rapist. And I'm like, hold on, let me back up. And then a girl messaged me and said, sis, do you not know this, what's going on? That's when I left the live. Before then, it's like everyone's already screen recorded. Now, but she supports this and she supports that. So it's like, no, I don't.
Are you able to get refunds? Did you go through? No, but did you get your money back on the gifting?
I didn't even try.
You tried?
No, I didn't even try. But when they told me that, I'm like, damn, £15 like that, I could have.
Let's talk about faith a little bit, because you touched up on faith. Is there a religion that you practice?
So I'm Congolese. I'm a Kimbangista, we call it. Still Christian.
What is a Kimbangist?
Can't really touch on it because I'm still learning myself. It's not any different to Christianity. Still the same. We still go to church. We just have, different attires or, different music and stuff like that. Is my faith strong with God? It is, but it could be stronger. As I said, I'm still learning. Going church, I would say I'm not consistent with going church. I don't go church every Sunday or, but I make sure to pray when I'm home. That's the only father I've got. So,
I could assume you found yourself praying a lot, especially what's been going on online. I want to shift gears a little bit. You messaged Renee of Snapchat. Why were you so comfortable to approach someone that you don't know from a can of paint with such sensitive information, personal information about yourself?
So initially, let's go back to 2023. Back then, Renee, I loved Renee. Like, she was supporting women, like, oh, if you need this story out there, let me know. Or she gave like a big sister type of thing. I wasn't doing content back then. She's the only person that I knew that could spread awareness with what was actually going on. I reached out to her. When I spoke to her back then, she was nice. Like, she took everything. She was like, oh, you should go to the clinic. People are saying that I went to her before going clinic. No, I went to the clinic. Okay, I went to the clinic, but
where does the confusion come in then? Because according to what she has said,
her story,
you came to her and you got diagnosed off Google that you had HIV.
Yeah.
Did you not think, perhaps you did, but this is your chance to say it now. Did you not perhaps think to go to someone closer to home, a family member, a cousin, your mom, your auntie? Did you do those steps first, or was your first point of call Renee?
I'm not even going to lie, my first thing was someone on social media. I didn't feel comfortable because back then, me and my sister, we weren't really close. Like, I'm not close with my family. Now I am, but I wasn't then. So it's like, to go to my sister and say, well, hey, look, this guy's giving me this, that's uncomfortable for me. So it's like speaking to a stranger that don't know you from nowhere. It's like, okay, do you know what I mean?
What were your intentions when you reached out to her?
I wanted her to spread awareness that the guy was giving out things without letting people know. Because it's like, they do say if you do have something, you're meant to tell somebody, or, I had to find out for myself. And when I did ask you, I got blocked. So,
Giving out things.
Yeah.
What did you give out? I want you to be clear in what you're saying, because obviously with the HIV allegations, that's probably the first thing. If anyone was to go and search your name, HIV would be right off the bat.
Yeah.
So when you're saying someone gave you something, can you be clear in what it is that he gave you?
So he gave me herpes. I assumed it was HIV because of Google, which was my, obviously, fault. I was having symptoms and I searched them up on Google. They're telling me HIV. I'm like, what? So I messaged him straight away. Do you have HIV? I got blocked. Straight away, I'm thinking, okay, so do you have it? Turns out it was herpes, HSV1.
And that's been confirmed now, because that was another thing. You don't know what you have.
No,
it hasn't been clarified. You haven't gone to a doctor.
Yeah.
There's all of these confusions about what type of herpes you do have. So has that been clarified by a doctor?
Yeah.
You went to see someone. It wasn't a Google search. You went to see someone and they clarified, this is what you have.
Yeah.
How have you dealt with that?
I'm still living. Do you know what I mean? I feel like the media want me to bring myself down, like, oh, she's dirty, she has herpes. And I'm trying to tell you guys, it's very common. HSV1 is very common. Same way I lacked knowledge, I now have the knowledge. And all it takes is for somebody else to go learn. Do you know what I mean? People want me to feel dirty. How do you get your confidence back up? I never lost confidence in the first place. I'm exactly who I think I am. Herpes doesn't define me. I don't feel dirty. I'm very clean. I smell good. My makeup's done. My hair's done. I keep up to par. So it's like, I'm dealing with it fine. I guess the only thing that's made me a bit is finding out that, oh, it's life, like it's a lifetime thing. And I'm like, okay, well, if it's not going to kill me and it doesn't, affect my everyday life, then I'm okay with it. Do you know what I mean? We live and we learn. I've learned from it. And yeah.
How sure are you that you contracted the herpes from the said person that you've put online?
Very sure, because he had symptoms when I was with him. And like I said, because I didn't have the knowledge about it, I'm just thinking, okay, a normal guy, he might be hot, he's sweating, going to the toilet, but those are symptoms of it. Like, you're sweating a lot. You're shitting a lot in the toilet.
It comes with shit and sweat.
Yeah, so I think obviously with men and women, different symptoms. So
Okay.
he was doing that. And then it's like a few days after seeing him, because I seen him on New Year's Eve, I think, or New Year's, 1st of Jan, yeah. And then a few days after, I had symptoms. So it's like, I know it was him because I don't sleep around. So it's like, you know, but yeah.
And how long ago was this since?
So it's been 2 years, 2023. Yeah.
And then you were diagnosed in the same year as well. So it's not like a case where it went unnoticed and you had like partners after that where you possibly could have passed it on to them as well.
No, so when I was diagnosed, they told me I had herpes. The nurse that was with me, she made it clear to me that I'll be okay in a few days. So when now the situation's like been brought up today, everyone's telling me, well, it's lifelong, like it doesn't go.
So when you first went, the nurse informed you that take your tablets and then it'll be fine. And then, and
so
this was
in
2023.
2023, yeah. So she's like to me, like, in a few days, you'll be fine. The medication you take for 5 days. I have it on record. I posted it on my story time as well. So when she told me that, I'm thinking, okay, it'll be gone. My symptoms were gone. I thought I went scot-free, and then come to find out I have herpes. So
then what caused you to go back? Is it because of this whole situation that we're seeing online now? Or what caused you to go back to what, for the information to be given to you again, being informed that it is a lifelong
no, so that was
STD?
I think so, herpes, STD, yeah. So the reason why I went back to the clinic recently was because obviously Renee went on social media telling people I had the big three, HIV, which was a lie. And it's been a couple years. And after that situation happened, she knew it was herpes because I spoke to her about it. So her coming on social media saying it's HIV to try, I don't know, defamation of character. I don't know what she was trying to do, but it didn't work because it didn't kill me. But so she tried to say it was HIV. That's why I recently went to the clinic to go get a recent test, basically showing I don't have HIV. She tried to spin the narrative of it happened in 2023. The results test says this. And I'm just like, bitch, shut the fuck up. You don't know nothing. And you yourself, you're dumb as fuck. So if anything, if it was somebody else trying to tell me, fair enough, you look dumb. You have no knowledge with nothing. I mean, she was literally losing sleep. 4 a.m, you've got 3,000 people on your live and you're sitting there saying, oh my gosh, guys, it might be pre-planned. She's doing it for clout. She probably don't have herpes. Bitch, do you want me to have herpes or not? Like, if you hate me, wouldn't you want the world to know I have herpes instead of trying to tell them she don't have it? So it's like, I'm looking at you and I'm thinking, are you doing it for clout? Because you can't go viral doing a makeup video. You only go viral for attacking young women. And I think she is the defamation of, because you grew up with trauma, you're living by it when your trauma shouldn't define you. So yeah, I'll leave that to her.
Okay.
But yeah.
So you're mentioning Renee is calculated for bringing this back up again and twisting the narrative for clout. Would you say that you're also using this situation for your own clout as well? For example, there was a conversation you had with Renee that was recorded. Mm-hmm. Were you also planning that, you know, I'm going to keep this in my back pocket and I'm going to bring it out at said point so that I can get some relevance on social media as well?
So with me, it was the thing of, I reached out to Renee because she had, well, she still has, but she had that platform. I didn't have the platform to tell people, look, there's this guy, he's spreading this. So I went to her. In terms of recording her, just because I went to somebody, it doesn't mean I should be dumb like you. Renee will go around recording.
Dumb like her?
Yes.
Not me.
No. Renee will go around recording other people and she knows why she does it. So why would you get angry at the fact that I did it? And me recording her wasn't to be malicious or this. It was just, okay, cool. This is the side of the story. You've stuck to it this way. Don't let me now hear you've come out, because apparently she's known for doing story time. So don't let me see you come out with this other narrative. And it's like, I like to say God does work in my favor, because lo and behold, it came back. And it wasn't that I provoked her. It wasn't nothing. Months before this situation had happened, Renee was on YouTube Live. She seen me come up on TikTok on her For You page. She goes, oh, Fly Saint, royalty, I know about this girl. So she already premeditated coming for me anyways. She's now come for me, and then she was using, so her story and the people that was in the live, including me, because I was in the live, she brought me up because UK Fanos obviously has her own page where she baits out like whatever she does, I don't know, but she does that. So she spoke to UK Fanos and said, oh sis, you need to be careful because a lot of girls lie about this. Then she brought me into it and said, well, Fly Saint lies. Then she started talking about me. Initially, she said that now that people have seen that it's wrong what she's done, she's trying to change the story and say, no, actually, I spoke about her because her friends came to me saying she used to speak shit about me. All these friends that she said messaged her till this day, there is no screenshots.
So have you spoken to these said friends that, went behind your back to tell your business to her?
So she didn't say, I don't speak to my friends about my business. So that's how I knew she was lying. I didn't even have to come clear that up because Renee has this thing of lying. Forwarding screenshots. Just the other day on her story time, she made a video saying on the video, so the video she made on her story time, she went and posted an innocent girl's face on there and said, I exposed her news. Her name's Mary. Mary came and emailed me and she's like, can you clear this up? I don't know you from nowhere. Because Mary's Congolese and I'm Congolese, Miss Alphabet's thought, let me just put them two together and say this is that and whatever. So that's what she done. So when it came to her saying my friends are saying this and that, I knew it was bullshit because I don't talk shit about Renee. And I knew even if I confronted it, she'll just make a fake page talking to herself and acting like it's my friends. So,
Were you embarrassed when
No.
the information was leaked out there about your health?
Not necessarily, no, because it gave me my own platform to talk about it and teach younger women. So for me, it was kind of just like, I didn't know, but somebody else out there probably don't know either. I could help them. I don't think there's anything like embarrassment. It's like if you love yourself and you're self-aware, you can embarrass yourself like nobody else can embarrass you. I feel like with her, it was more of she forced me to tell my story. And like I said, I'm not mad at her for doing it. Hey, I can live my truth. Do you know what I mean? She likes to go around saying she lives her truth, which she doesn't. Because it's like, you can't go around.
Why does she not live her truth? Why would you say that?
Because you can't come around and tell the world that I'm dirty. And it's like, babe, you had chlamydia. You came on social media and was happy.
Confirm this? It's not,
she came
no
on
allegations?
live. There's screen recordings on live. She was on live and she was saying, babe, I tell my truth. I had chlamydia, but that shit goes away. You've got herpes and that's for life. And it's like, bitch, that doesn't make you any cleaner. So it's like, you've had gonorrhea. You've had niggas putting grapes up your fanny.
Grapes
up her fanny is even on her YouTube.
She said the grapes were inserted in her.
Yes. So it's kind of just like, I don't feel embarrassed. She likes to say you can't shame the shameless. The thing is, I have shame. I just articulate myself in a way where it's teaching people instead of making myself look like a fool. I wouldn't want to do that. So if anything, the only thing I could say is I thank her for letting me tell my truth. And I've learned from it as well. Like, if not for that, I would have not known that I still have herpes till this day. So to her, do you know what I mean? Like,
So you went to Renee at the beginning because, she had a platform and you felt that she'll be able to spread awareness on the situation that you were experiencing. Would you say that she is someone that people should go for? Is she an advocate for young girls? Is she an advocate for Black women? Is this someone that people should trust if they need advice? Would you say that?
From experience, no. I wouldn't say that now. Back then, I would have been like, okay, cool, because she came online saying that she's an advocate for Black women. It's on YouTube. There's clips about it. When Ampho had her situation going on, when Young Sprays was attacking her, Miss Fabulous literally used that as a moment for her to come and make herself look good. Like, no, Ampho's a great woman, she's beautiful. No, straight away, boom. Oh my gosh, her cream burnt my face. Mind you, till this day, no one's seen a picture of the burn on her face. But she went and said that she was an advocate for Black women. And it's like, if you're going to say that on social media, and then we check your CV and there's literally records of you literally tearing down Black women, young women at that, it's like, I wouldn't really tell anyone to go to her for anything. There's nothing she can offer. I mean, if you take a look, she's been on social media longer than me. And the most she can get was a cheap-ass podcast. So realistically, there's no competition there. I wouldn't recommend her to nobody. You know, looking mad on you, because she likes to say that no one should be in her business and, you know, so what if she's been on social media longer? But the thing is, you can't be on social media for that long and your only achievement is you're friends with Mo Stacks and you look mad on his video. Not the full thing, just the intro.
Okay.
You know.
So you approached Renee and you wanted her to put out information about yourself. Do you feel like your plan backfired? Did you go to her to try to embarrass your ex? And in return, this is your humble pie?
He wasn't an ex, but like I said, I've learned things. So I feel like I was there trying to spread awareness, but it backfired on me. Do you know what I mean?
So you didn't give her information about the person that you contracted the herpes from?
If I didn't, sorry, say
Did you
that
give
again?
Renee information about the person that you contracted the herpes from?
Yeah, so
in hopes that she would blast them?
Yeah, so I posted a picture of him and I captioned like, if you know this guy, he's giving out this. She's on social media telling people I forced her to write something. Bitch, I didn't. You screenshotted my story and reposted it. The minute he told you that he was negative, 2 weeks after, because the thing with herpes is once you have medication, you can't test for it. So it's going to come out negative. It's not going to say you're positive. So that's what he done. He waited 2 weeks to get tested, came back to her with results. She made up this story saying, oh, I had guys coming to me saying they're going to beef me. I had to say it. So she went and posted that I lied and, you know, he was negative. I left it as that. Like I said, you can't say you're an advocate for Black women and be so quick to believe a man over a woman because she's on social media saying I ran to her crying. Okay, there's no issue with crying. It was a sensitive topic. I'm going through something. So me coming to you crying and you still chose to believe a man, until this day, you still don't even know, like, if he lied to you or not. But hey, you're not going to go on social media now and say, oh, well, he lied and it's true. You're not going to do that because you want to stick to your story where it's like, Fly Saint lied, I didn't, she done this for clout and this. Bitch, you're losing sleep over me. And you say I'm a nobody.
In a recent video, Renee actually accused you of calling social services on her.
That's one thing I did want to clear up. So on my YouTube channel, like my video, I was basically stating that, you know, she's saying on social media, she's going to come punch me and that. I said, I hope you're with your child because I would have called police. I did mention social services. I was doing reverse psychology, hoping she would leave me the fuck alone. So I thought, okay, if a mother cares about their children, or let's say child, you're not going to want social services on your case. So you're going to watch that video and think, let me leave her alone. But it didn't work.
Do you see how easy it is for people to say that it was you're involved?
Yes.
Because after you made the statements that you made on wherever you made it, soon after that, she has social services investigating her, being a fit mother. And, you know, obviously the possibilities could have went anywhere.
Yeah.
She could have had her child taken away. So do you see why it's easy for people to say that you are, in fact, the person that called the social services on her?
I think it does look like it's me, it's easy, whatever. But if we go back in time, she is actually on Shade Borough for having social services on her before. Are we going to sit here and say that was me as well? And let's not forget the time where she literally said the same thing to Ampho, said that Ampho got her card blocked for promo, but a bank wouldn't tell you who's blocked your card. So it's like, of course she's going to say it's me now, but I feel like what social media don't realize is there's a pattern with Renee and it's so crazy that a lot of people don't see it. with Ampho, when she beefed, straight after that, she was on the internet crying. Why? Because people was on Ampho's side and she wants people to feel sorry for her. Same thing with me. She went on social media and said, you have HIV. People were saying it was wrong. You're not meant to say that. 2 days after that, what was she doing on YouTube live crying? Oh, you guys say I'm shit to my sister and this is that, whatever. When people start to tell her that she's wrong for doing what she does, she comes and victim plays. You don't see me coming on social media saying, oh, I've slit my wrist because this person caused drama on me while I'm sad. You don't. That's behind closed doors. Whereas with her, she attacks women and then comes on social media and cries and, oh, well, she's called social stuff. I'm a great mother. I'm a this. But it's like, bitch, get the fuck off social media. If you feel like the world is after you or you feel like this is that and you're a good mother and this, you wouldn't be on social media because realistically, like I said, we all know she's dumb as fuck anyways, because if she was clued up in life, she would actually know that it doesn't take one report for social services to actually be involved. It takes many. So she could sit there thinking it's me. I'm here to say it's not me. So that's to clear that up. If she thinks it's me, great. Do you know what I mean?
As for someone who had troubles growing up and you said you wasn't always with your family, you lived in women's refuge, and also you are a nursery teacher as well. Did that bring more concerns for you as in her state of being a mother?
I'll always do my job. That's one thing. Even if I'm at home, I'm on shift, I don't care. Because I do take my job seriously. Nursery, one job I love. So it's like when we're trained and we're told, okay, signs of this, that, and whatever, I'm looking at somebody and I'm seeing you're not okay. And it's not in a rude way. It's not in there. Sometimes you can look at a person and literally say like, you don't look okay. Like mental health is real. But for her saying that I'm the one that called social services, no. It doesn't take one report for social services to come. And she previously had social services on her case. Is she going to say that was me as well? You know? So it's like, if I look at my trauma and I see how I was raised, and then I look at another child and I look at a mother and how they are, I'm not going to sit back and act as if, okay, cool, that's normal. It's not. Like, there's a reason why I don't have a dad. You know, you don't just wake up and you've got your parents shouting around you and this is that and think your child's going to be normal. I wasn't always normal. I had to build myself up. So, you know.
Okay. Do you have any children?
No.
Okay, I'm going to move on to another gear just now. You mentioned that Renee wasn't able to keep hold of her £6,000 and you make, in fact, £6,000 every 2 weeks. Is that income coming from fraud?
No. So obviously I used to do fraud. I stopped.
Because there's allegations that you've in fact defrauded a lot of people, items that you sold to them, they didn't receive, details and stuff like that. What's the story behind that? How are you making your £6,000 every 2 weeks?
Obviously, now I started YouTube. That's just starting. I do hair. I'm selling one-to-one replicas as well. So I'm reselling and stuff like that. And then I do like other stuff on the side.
Okay. I wanted you to clear that up because it almost seems as though the same things you are accusing Renee of doing, you're also being accused of doing the same things as well.
The difference is we're not the same. I stopped, she's still doing. So for example, I came on social media and told people like, look, this is what I used to do because I wanted a clean slate for myself. I believe in change. I can get up tomorrow and decide I want to change. No one's going to tell me nothing about it. It's my life. I decided I wanted to make a change. I came and told people, listen, I used to scam. Back in the day, I was refunding people back their money. I sent back so much money back to people. I felt bad. The difference with her is she still does it. For example, someone sends you a cream. When it's time to do the promo, something's happened. Someone sent you a dress. When it's time to do the promo, all of a sudden, I'm not doing the promo because the dress smells. So it's like, and let's not talk about her failed wig business. Scamming. There's allegations on her as well. So it's like, we may, because I've seen people say, oh, you're just similar, just one knows how to dress and look better. No, I stopped.
People have said that.
Yeah.
You're similar, just one knows how to dress better.
Exactly. And to me, it's like, no, I stopped for a reason. She's still doing it. Like, you know, she goes and travels and not even a country could save you from scamming. You're up in Turkey begging for money and asking people to book you a flight back. And the girl wants to take you back to court because you don't want to give the money back after you said you would. So it's like, there's a big difference. I don't come and say, well, I don't do this anymore, whatever. She tells people she don't scam. It's only now that I'm involved, she wants to tell people, oh, well, you say I scam, but you scam too. So it's like, oh, Renee, are you now admitting you do it? Because you're trying to tell people you stopped, but people know you haven't stopped. So it's like, you know, that's the big difference between us. I can hold my truth and I can actually hold myself accountable for what I did, because I did come on my own platform and say, I know it was wrong, hence why I went and gave people their money back. If I was such a bad person, I wouldn't give the money back. I would just come and say I scammed them, and what? Like, I knew that it was wrong, so I gave the money back. You know, at the end of the day, I wouldn't want it done to me. And it's been done to me. So it's like, if you want a certain life, you're not going to carry on doing things to other people when you know that's what's stopping you from being a better person, if that makes sense.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. Where does the relationship stand now with you and Renee?
She don't like me. From what I know, it's when she sees me, she's going to punch me.
Do you have the same sentiment with her? Do you feel the same way towards her?
No, because I feel like I've done enough because a lot of people were saying I'm making Congolese women look bad, right? Because of the situation. I feel like I've already done enough of that. I don't need to make myself look a certain way, because one thing about a dog, it's always going to bark. I don't need to bark because I could speak at a certain tone and I still will be heard. In terms of like fear, I don't fear anything. I feel like when it's my time to go, it's my time to go. But a person living on the same earth as me, stepping the same foot as me, is not going to tell me when it's my time to go, nor come and tell me they're going to punch me, because you won't do such thing. You know, people were saying that, oh, what if people were telling her, go get these girls to do this to her. I don't want to make myself look ghetto, but I very much know how to defend myself. Same way she likes to say she has siblings. I have brothers too. I have a partner. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, that whole violence is only on her side. I'm not reciprocating it. Anytime she opens her mouth, really and truly, I don't have much to say back to her. I just leave her barking in a corner and I just laugh because it's quite sad and it's funny.
Okay, well, with that being said, can we welcome Renee? She's not here.
I was going to take off. I'm like...
Oh, you're ready like that?
I'm going to take off my heels because I'm like, I'm not going to back down. If she wants to fight me, win, lose or draw, but I'm Congolese, so I'm not going to lose. Like, it's just not going to happen. But yeah, because that's one thing she was saying, like, oh, you're like 5'1", what's she going to do to me? I didn't once come on social media and say I'm going to do anything to you. So because you believe I'm capable of doing something to you, you're projecting it and now saying, okay, cool, no, she's going to do this. But what people need to remember is she's the one that's been barking on social media. She's the one saying, when I thump you in your face, and people didn't notice the shift in her energy, because it started off from, you're just baiting me out. As soon as I posted the video of her recording, that's when she was mad. But people not realizing that she's only mad because she met her match. She met somebody that's going to record her back. She's lived lives recording people and doing this and that and whatever. And now that it's happened to her, she don't like it. And it's like, she wants people to forget the bad she's done and everyone should hate me, because if you guys haven't noticed, she feels like I started YouTube because of her. That wasn't the reason. The reason I started YouTube was because people were bringing up old videos of me when I was on my old friend's YouTube like channel, whatever. So I thought, okay, cool. If people are going to make a mockery out of me, I might as well come out and do my own channel. I've got personality. I know I do. So it's like, I'm going to do that. She's sitting down thinking I've started YouTube because of her. And it's like, are you the only YouTuber in the UK? If anything, you're the shittest one. All you're known for doing is YouTube story times and fighting and dick appointment, this is that, whatever. It's not, you know, we're not the same. And when I say people didn't notice the shift of energy, is people can't see, but I see through people like that. They can't see that she's only doing it because I've started YouTube. Like, for example, when she goes on live, every time she tells people, guys, you should unfollow her, my followers are going up. If you was just baiting somebody out, just to bait them out, and you believe your story is truth, you're not going to be saying stuff like, guys, go and follow her, this, that, whatever. The fact that you're doing that shows that it's not just you want to bait me out, it's something else. Because when the herpes situation died down, now there was another allegation of apparently I made somebody drink bleach and this, that. She's getting girls to record themselves saying this. And to me, it's like every story time you come up with, you're ending it with, oh, guys, make sure you unfollow her, she's this. And then when you realize that didn't work, you come on social media crying, telling people I called social services on you. So it's like, it's a victim play with her. It's like, you didn't see me on my channel saying, guys, unfollow her. Regardless of what she's done to me, I don't look at her as, oh, I hate this person. I just see it as, that's your way of getting money and I'm going to leave you to it. But I'm not going to respond and go down to your level. It's just not going to happen, because I generally believe that when you are around someone for so long, you start to become them. And I don't want to become someone like that. Hence why I blocked everywhere. I blocked her everywhere. Any page that reposts her, I block. Like, I don't need to see that. So, yeah.
Okay. Are you going to touch up on your YouTube channel, the sex tape involving yourself?
Yes. So a couple years ago, I believe this was in 2022, me and my ex obviously had a sex tape. When me
it
and
was consensual.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not as
yeah.
if you
So
were
it was
secret recordings.
No, it wasn't secret recording. It was recorded on my phone. It was on my phone. He didn't even have it. I was the only one that had it. When we had broken up, obviously, I think it was like a couple months after, I started seeing this guy, David Damso. So he's one of like the gang members in Willie O. I don't mind saying his name because I've done a story time
Will he
on
mind?
him. I don't care.
Oh.
So yeah, so he obviously, me and him were speaking and whatever. We were speaking for like some time. Long story short now, when we had got a hotel together, it turned out he had a girlfriend, some white girl called Poppy. They were together for 4 years.
You were really just naming
because I don't care.
shaming.
Yeah, so
Okay.
They were together for 4 years. So when I was with David, that is his name. When I was with David, no, because one thing about me, everyone knows on TikTok, when it comes to telling the story about David, I'm going to speak about it because I lost sleep every day. I was talking about him. So when we was at the hotel, whatever, time to go to sleep, this guy went through my phone. He transferred himself money from my bank to his, and then he airdropped my sex tape to him. I'm guessing he did that because he knew when I find out you've taken money from me, I'm gonna.
So he knows that your password.
No, so he
knows
was
all
looking
your
through it.
credentials for
No,
your online
no.
banking. How
So
did he? do
Obviously,
that?
back then, I used to have like my passwords on like my notes page. But obviously, when you're with a guy, so let's say, for example, I'm sitting on him and he's behind me. When I'm on my phone, you're looking, he's keeping eye tabs. So that's how he had seen my password. When I went to sleep now, he's gone through it, sent himself money. The next day, I didn't notice until, okay, I've got my cab home or whatever. I got home and I'm like, hold on, what's going on? Why is, because I keep money in my savings. So I always have to transfer money out. I know the specific amounts I keep on my main just for getting around and stuff. When I went to go book my cab and it said declined, even I was shocked. That's never happened to me. So when I had seen that now, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm calling him, whatever. He's not answering until he actually picked up. Now I'm like, obviously I'm shouting on the phone. I'm like, you took money from me, this, that. He's like, no, I didn't. You dumb bitch, this, that, whatever. I took it on social media. One thing about me, I'm going to shame you. Same way people feel the need to shame me, I applaud them, because one thing about people, you should always put them to shame. It's literally, So obviously now, I took on social media. I'm posting him. I'm saying I'm going to pull up to your house. I went to his house with my older brother. He put me in a group chat with like all these Woolwich members, all these Willie O members and stuff like that. He posted the sex tape in there. He also messaged my friend saying, oh, you need to chat to your friend. People are sending me this and she's a hoe. And it's like, no, you know damn well you airdropped it. The reason why that situation didn't affect me, because it's like, not even my ex had the sex tape. So I knew you were lying. After that situation went by, one thing about me, I'm a snitch. I went to the police. I snitched, I pulled up to his house. We was kicking down the doors. I did not give a fuck. He tried to hide. His mum was there. I could see through the window. The sister was there. He's texting me in a group chat saying, come BR1, come BR1. I'm thinking, the fuck? Like some next area he was talking about. I'm thinking, you're in the house. Just come out. Like, why are you trying to send me off so you can run off? So that was the situation with that. Till this day, I don't give a fuck about him. I still dislike him. I wouldn't say hate because hate's a strong word. I dislike him. In terms of getting my money back, the mum was speaking to me, even her, she's a fool herself. Whilst I was in hospital.
mum's a fool?
Yes, and I mean it with everything. The mum's a fool because when I was in hospital, she was saying to me, oh, like, I'm going to make sure David gives your money back. She was literally egging it on, like, I'm going to give your money back. Not knowing that she only did that so I didn't go to the police. Because when I went to the police, she was like to me, oh, close the case. I promise you I'll send the money back. She's one of the, you know, there's certain mums out there that will die hard for their sons, like them fools. So she was one of them, and she made me feel like, oh, I'm going to get my money back. I didn't. When I dropped the case now, she thought because I dropped it, I can't reopen it. As soon as she blocked me after saying she's going to give the money back, I reopened that case. And I remember I knew David because obviously we were dating. So I knew the areas he would be in. I knew the type of guy he was. You're carrying this. I called the police. I told them, yes, he's going to be there. You can bring your team because he's going to have a knife on him. I knew David. I don't give a fuck. You stole money from me. You leaked my sex tape and I should just shut up and be a mumu. There's no way. So yeah, I did. I called the police and I said, listen, he's going to be there. They asked him, describe, he's got a tattoo here, blessing here, you know.
You were literally like this.
I didn't give a fuck.
There.
I pay my taxes.
Oh.
I'm going to snitch. I pay my taxes. So yeah, that was the situation with that.
Okay.
And yeah.
Do you think you have an issue when it comes to judgment of men? Are you picking the right men?
With David, he approached me on, like, I think it was 2 days after my birthday. And I was saying to him, like, oh, I don't want to speak to guys. I didn't want to speak to guys. I used to just be, I'll speak to you through Snap. I'll never meet you. There was something about him that was so consistent. Like, no, I'm like this, I'm like that. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, started speaking to them. He didn't actually tell me he was a gang member. I found out when I exposed him. So when I put him on social media, people were saying he's part of Willie O. He told me he works a job in Amazon. So he was doing warehouse.
Well,
I started
gang activities. He is a delivery man at some point. There's a call for his service.
Because I didn't used to speak to gang members, or you know, so to me it's like, okay, he said he works in Amazon. I only started picking up the pieces when I would see pictures of him, like, you've got a little mini phone, you're holding money like this. I'm starting to put two and two together. I then expose you and it turns out you are. And then obviously your friends are coming up to me, because you know how guys are, like his friends were trying to move to me behind closed doors, whatever. They're telling me, oh yeah, David's part of this, he does this. That's when I was like, oh. So it's like, I didn't actually know he was, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of big names on the social media, they're all coming after you. Why do you think that is? Is it because they're jealous? Why are all of these big personalities coming for you? What is it?
To me. I don't know. I feel like I have something that a lot of people lack. And I say that with all confidence because, like I said, I've always been like that from young. I can put things to the side and get on with what I need to do. I can come out and be my natural self and it's still going to do numbers. Like, for example, not a lot of people, but people were saying like, I'm only beefing Renee because of clout, right? I made a video promoting a product for women and it literally hit 2.2 million. Me in a bonnet doing nothing. There was no effort. So it's like, if I only go viral for beefing people, mind you, that's not something I do. So it's like, you know, when people are seeing that, okay, her engagement, she just posted this, look at the engagement, the comments, a lot of people are going to attack me anyways. Like, my duets on TikTok are off for a reason. The fact that people take time out of their life to screen record just to have my face on their page says a lot. So it's like, I'm still going to stay humble. Do you know what I mean? Because the same way God gives, he will take. But it's like, a lot of people on social media go around saying she needs to humble herself. She needs to do this. How can I humble myself when you guys treat me like I'm some celebrity? You're reposting me left, right, and center every day, talk about fly say. And I'm like, I'm just sitting down in my room, like chilling. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't think I'm above anyone. I just feel like I have a gift that a lot of people don't have. Like, and I'm going to stand by that. I generally feel like I'm gifted. I do what I need to do. I mind my business and people don't like it. So.
Okay. If I was to say, what would be your final words towards Renee?
There's literally still time to change. The same person that rebrands every day.
There's still time for her to change.
Yes. the same person that rebrands every day, I'm talking about myself. I pick and choose when I want to rebrand. If I feel like I've done wrong today and I can better myself, I'm going to do it tomorrow. No one's going to stop me. And I feel like with Renee, I don't see evil. Like, I don't look at it and think, I hate you at this. I just want better for a person like that, because it's like, you say people use you for clout, but it's like you have the platform to be a better person. And it's a choice. I tell people all the time, life, everything is going to be a choice. You are choosing to do that because you feel like you've literally lowered yourself and told yourself that's the only way I'll make money, by destroying other people's lives. And it's just not. So for me, I would feel like last things I would say to her is, I wish you all the best. I wouldn't wish bad on anyone. I just want you to be a better person.
Well, I'm glad you've changed your tone a little bit, because
know.
on one video you said you don't even wish her the best.
Yeah.
So I'm glad.
Yeah, but do you know what I'm learning?
You're moving
Yeah,
from that.
like I'm learning, like when someone does something to you and you haven't done, guys, I was sitting down doing nothing, minding my business. I get messages, Miss Fabrice talking about this. I'm like, bitch, what did I do now? But I know it was premeditated, because months before that, she was scrolling on her live and I came out and she was talking about me. So it's like she already was pre-planning things. She came on social media saying, oh, I was never going to do a story time on you. No, bitch, you was, because you literally said it. You said, oh, I was going to always do a story time on you. I just wasn't going to say your name. So because now everyone on social media was saying what you was doing is wrong and exposing someone's medical files or whatever, now you change the narrative of, guys, like, I was never going to make a story time on her. Like, I don't know why. Like, it's like, you don't even know what you want for yourself. You don't know what to say. Every time you try to lie, there's a clip already recorded. So you can't escape the lies. And my advice to you would be, just stop lying, because you can't be the same person saying, I speak my truth, and bitch, you lie all the time. So it's like, and one thing I did want to address, because she did say that I cursed her, which I did. I cursed her.
What did you say?
I think I remember saying, I can't remember what I said because it was in a paragraph. I'll try to find it when I made my post. But she said I cursed her, and I'm not denying that I did, because you are a horrible person. She also proceeded to say she has Bibles everywhere in her house. Well then, bitch, why is your life miserable? I mean, I have a Bible in my house and I have one Bible and my life is not miserable. You know, I don't fight demons every day. You have several Bibles in your room and that still doesn't stop you from being a shit person. So it's like, yeah, my advice to you would be, act your age and actually want to start doing better for yourself, because you're going to be, 30 this year in a couple months. And it's
How old are
like,
you?
I'm 23. I don't think my life's perfect. Like I said, I don't think I'm above and beyond everyone, but I know where my life is going and it's not that direction. Hence why when I did do my YouTube video and whatever, I did state that this is the only response she's getting from me. I don't respond to people.
So
You could
as
have
for now, you're putting a pinpoint on that
I've
situation.
pinned it because you guys already know how she is. All it takes is someone to show her this video. Now it's like, oh my gosh, but that's still not going to make me come out of shell. And I'm not going to say nothing. She's not going to get a response from me. You know, she said I was using her for clout. So let me use somebody else's platform then. I'll leave you to it. You know, it is what it is.
Okay, fabulous. So what can we look forward to from Fly Saint? What do you have coming?
Positivity, definitely. Like, I'm a positive person. I'm trying to break through with anxiety. I don't know about collabing with like different content creators. I've always had the mindset of like, if I built myself my own platform, I'm not letting anyone take it from me. It's just not going to happen. Putting people on my platform and stuff is not going to work. I want to get into more posting makeup. So I done a backup TikTok page where I just post makeup and stuff like that. I'm trying to get into that. Travels. I used to solo travel a lot, but now it's like, okay, we're investing now. We want to move out. We want to cast. So it's like, I'm just taking things step by step, but I do want to do a lot more traveling. So yeah, in terms of TikTok, I feel like I'm just going to leave it to just TikTok shop. I've seen what YouTube can do for me in the space of, how long has it been? A couple of days.
Wow.
So it's like, that is what I want to pursue. And one thing about me, when I start something, I'm not going to stop. You couldn't stop me. Yeah.
Okay. Well, amazing. I wish you all the best with everything that you have coming for you. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode here today. We had Fly Saint with her version of the truth. Do not forget to comment, to like, and to subscribe, and we will see you on another episode. I was your host, Diamond, and I'll see you then. Bye.